Under a law called the Community Reinvestment Act, or the CRA, banks are supposed to meet the credit needs of the entire community. But what we found is 20% of banks in Dallas County draw maps that exclude all or parts of southern Dallas. Zo Amani works for the National Community Reinvestment Coalition, which is helping to organize citizens in Dallas to use the CRA to get better access to bank loans.
We educate these community groups about what the CRA is, what it isn't, how it can be used as a tool to build better relationships with financial institutions. And I tell the members of our coalition, our burgeoning coalition, all the time that the CRA is a key to open up the door for better relationships with financial institutions. And thus far, we've contacted a few banks, and one in particular, we developed a CRA comment letter, and the bank got back to the group immediately. And we're looking forward to meeting with this financial institution early in 2021. And I think that's just great for the group to get the ball rolling, because this is an area that has historically been underserved. And if anything, this current moment just should permit everyone to take financial services in areas of concentrated poverty a little bit more seriously.
Do you think it's possible to get more credit flowing from these major banks that operate in Dallas County to the communities that really haven't had access to it?
I think it's possible, and I'll just share this with you. I do think financial institutions generally want to, build better communities, vibrant communities, especially in this current moment. And I also think that community groups and individuals, concerned citizens in communities that have been historically underserved, want the same thing. But what we try to do is essentially match these two interests together, because sometimes these groups, these specific entities are talking past each other, or they don't even know each other. And that's why the CRA is so important. It's important because we want to empower community groups so they can have better relationships with financial institutions. So as things evolve in particular communities, banks, financial institutions, and community groups, they're already interlocked. They already have some sort of familiarity with each other, and they're already excited to work together.
The thing that I have learned is that the Community Reinvestment Act is kind of like a knife, and you can cut something with it. It's a tool you can do something with, but if you just leave it on the table, it doesn't do anything. And so people have to pick up the tool and try to use it to get change.
You hit the nail on the head. Community group mobilization is the heart and soul of CRA. It is up to the community groups and concerned citizens to hold banks accountable in addition to the regulators, and not in an adversarial manner, but it's just an important part of being a member of a community. Of course, you can vote, in elections, but also I would hope that people in communities know that they can comment on a CRA public file. They can communicate with banks about what these banks are doing or not doing in their communities.
So if people want to get involved in this effort, they want to be part of the solution, what can they do?
So if people want to get involved in this effort, they can contact us at NCRC. My email is zamani@ncrc.org. And I think people should join because it enhances their their access to critical issues facing their communities. We allow data, we do training, we have this expertise, and we want to strengthen their collective voice. We want to influence local business practices and national policy, and we want to champion fairness and fight discrimination in lending and housing and business. And we want to bring those resources back to the community.